Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world. This is Brunch Boxing. I'm your host, Matt, and it is a very special edition of Brunch Boxing, the third annual Bellini Awards, where we honor the very best in the sport of boxing for the year of 2025. And I'm so happy to have the full crew here today. Leading off, we have the COO of Brunch Boxing, the man behind the scenes that stirs the drink, the Mexican Al Heyman himself, our guy Mike. What's going on, Mike?
Oh man, one of my favorite days. These awards, they're about the same as the Emmys. So if you get one today, or you're even nominated, you should feel up to today.
And of course, we have the host of Brunch Boxing, the voice of Brunch Boxing, the master of the walk and talk, the master of the sit and spit, the John Madden of boxing, EzRaw Boxing. What's going on, Ezra?
Mike said it best. It's an honor just to be nominated for a Bellini. But let's remember that. Let's remember that. It's great to win one. It's fantastic to win one. It really talks about the year you had if you win one. But it's an honor just to be nominated.
And of course, the man on the boards, the producer of Brunch Boxing, the master marionette himself, our guy Huey P. What's going on, Huey?
Doing good, doing good. Already had a good morning of boxing. Well, somewhat good morning of boxing. I'm sure we'll touch on it. We had the post show. If you missed it, go back and look at that. We'll have it posted on Spotify later today.
Yeah, man. But today is about honoring the best of boxing 2025 and looking ahead to 2026. Before we get started with the annual Bellini Awards, usually one of the awards for the Bellini Award is called Space Moment of the Year. And we decided as a collective to honor one of our fallen brothers by naming the Space Moment of the Year after him, our guy Nino. From this moment forward, the Space Moment of the Year will be the Nino Memorial Award. And of course, the first winner of the Space Moment of the Year on a Brunch Boxing Trivia night, Nino was on a cold streak of getting questions wrong. And he said, fuck, I want to get them, but I don't know the answers.
and with the energy he said it was like he was really desperate. He was desperate to get it right. He was desperate.
He really wanted to get those answers right.
Yeah, he really wanted to get it right.
Oh.
So shout out to my guy Nino, man. Shout out to Nino. I think there's no better award to give him because he was one of the guiding lights of the spaces, one of the bright stars of the spaces. He made the spaces popping. So shout out to Nino, man. We will always honor you and remember you. Rest in peace, my brother.
Rest in peace, Nino.
Now, usually, and we did this last year, we started off with all the fighter awards and stuff. But I'll tell you, I want to honor the people first, okay? And the people had a great year too. And the people really support Brunch Boxes. So I really do want to show them love. So we have our award for the Brunch Boxing Listener of the Year. And the nominees were Sam Rose, Aunt Susie,
Well deserved. Well deserved.
Brick Squad, and D Block. And the winner for the Brunch Boxing Listener of the Year, Sam Rose.
Well deserved. Well deserved. Well deserved.
Well
Good
deserved.
applause.
Shout out
Thank you,
to
Sam.
Sam Rose.
Thank you, Sam.
He's here every week.
I'm not
supporting
sure.
the show.
I'm including fighters on this. I'm not sure anyone has earned their Bellini more than Sam Rose did this year. I got to tell you, of all the categories, I think he could. I think he deserved this one the most out of all the other categories.
Absolutely, absolutely. So shout out to Sam Rose, man. Um, it was unanimous.
Yeah,
It was unanimous.
Wasn't a close race.
The cream executive officer himself, Sam Rose. What a great title. What a great title. All right. Our next award for Tweet of the Year, the nominees were ATH with Shut Up and Take That Picture. Javante Davis with Go Build a House, you F word. Ty with I don't listen to Cracker, I listen to Brunch Boxing. And Shadeja Green with a late entry. For some reason, I told her holla at me, and she said, "Hell no, bald head." I don't know. I don't know why she did that.
I have a few reasons.
And the winner for Tweet of the Year goes to the host of the Sunday morning sermon, Ty, with I don't listen to Cracker, I listen to Brunch Boxing.
I love this graphic, but I especially love because of the picture of Ty's face and the quote underneath it. There's just something about it. If you're not watching the visual of this, you should watch it because Ty's picture with that quote under it is hilarious.
We will post the graphics with the winners onto the timeline later as well.
Later? What do you mean later? I'm doing
that.
Oh, you're doing it live? You're doing it live? All right. We're posting live. So if you're not watching on if you're not watching on YouTube, check out the timeline. If you're listening on X, and you can see the graphics as well.
It's too bad Ty's not with us today.
Yeah, right.
Ty refused to show up because Ty thought that he was not winning an award.
Unbelievable. But this
unbelievable.
But this does add to our credibility, though, that we are not just choosing people that show up. This does add to our credibility about that. Now, Matt, was this the clear winner? Was this unanimous?
There was not unanimous, and you know it wasn't unanimous because hold on, you know it wasn't unanimous because you didn't vote for Ty.
No, I'm just saying.
Did not.
I did not. Did
you want them to take the picture?
Yes, someone should take a picture. Someone should have took the picture, and I just think I do think that was, we might talk about this from years to come. That was a snub. We might talk about this years to come. That was a snub. I'm going to tell you right now. I don't think. I think that I think Ty's quote is great. It's fantastic. I think take the picture is going to last the test of time. I think that we will be talking about this 10 years from now, and we will be saying take the picture. I really do. So I just want to say that. No offense to anyone, no shots at anyone, but that was a funny tweet.
Now, let me ask you a question.
Go ahead,
Why
Matt.
does nobody have no love for Tank Davis's tweet?
I think
it's a little offensive.
It's all right.
That's an tone
deaf. Yeah. Well, yeah. You damn right it's offensive. That's the point.
No, but it's not even that. It's just all right. It's all right. It's like honestly, it's similar to what Tank usually does. It's nothing crazy. It's nothing crazy. Honestly, that's fourth in the running of all these tweets that we're talking about. It's fourth because the one calling you bald is hilarious too. Yeah, because it was unexpected. It came out of nowhere. The fact that you're not bald makes it funnier, right? It does make it funnier. And I can tell you're self-conscious about it because you make it very clear that you're not bald. Like if someone called me bald, right? I wouldn't even say anything about it. I'd be like, that's funny, right? But you were like, I am not bald. I want to make that clear. It made it funnier for some reason. But take the picture is to me the clear winner this year. But I think Ty is a great winner too. If you guys voted on it, I'm gonna go with it.
So here's the thing about the bald controversy, right? This was something that was in private. She told someone, hey, you tell that bald-headed motherfucker I'm not coming on his show. He'll never get an interview out of me, right? So I said, hey, listen, you tell her, I don't know what she thought she heard, but if she's upset, that's fine. But I want to make one thing clear. let her know I'm not bald. Okay? And then she took it to the timeline. She did not have to do me like that. She took it to the timeline.
Now, why does she think you're bald?
No, I don't know.
I don't know why she thinks that. I'm very curious.
She's not the only person that thinks I'm bald, though, for some reason.
Who else thinks you're bald?
TJ? You're not getting no pub. You're not getting no pub.
The rest of the internet, you know.
I really don't get it. I don't get why people think I'm bald. Because it's very clear I'm not bald.
You can prove this wrong. You know that, right?
Yeah, you can grow your hair out, Matt.
No, what he could do is shut up and take a picture.
I cannot do that because I did shave my head yesterday.
Oh, well, you're the blame here. You're the blame here.
Look, here's the thing, right? I don't look great with a lot of hair. So I like to cut my hair really, 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 really low.
Now, I personally, I shaved my head a few times. You guys see me on this app with a shaved head. I love having a shaved head. I think it's
and no one calls you bald.
Yeah, it's so convenient to have a shaved head.
It is.
But I will say this: since we've been on camera, I realized that this hair right here, this is a moneymaker. You know what I mean? Since we're on camera, I realized that, right? I'm curious, is that next year, so we got me on camera, we got Huey on camera. Well, we get the rest of Brunch Boxing on camera. We do a YouTube show. I don't know if you guys know that. It's a lot of visuals. It's a lot of visuals what we're doing here. Can we get people on camera? Maybe we wouldn't have this confusion about you being bald.
Maybe.
We got a suggestion from the listeners. Trill says, grow a fro.
Come on, man.
What if you do grow your hair out, what is the hairstyle like you go for?
I'll just go for like a regular, like Caesar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, bro. Come on, man. Regular Caesar. What's wrong with you? What else would I go for?
I don't know. To me, there's multiple haircuts you can go with. There's multiple styles you can go. I don't know. It's just a simple question.
One thing about me, I'm a simple man.
Because
simple man.
Would you ever do the high top fade like Kid and Play?
Oh, absolutely not.
Okay.
Whatever, man.
Good.
All right, you got. I should be pissed off already. And Shadae's agreed I'm not bald. I don't have as much hair as you, but I'm not bald. All right, let's get to the next award. The next award is for the best combat sports podcast. And the nominations for best combat sports podcast were Everyone Has an Opinion, Mannix and Mora, Big Fight Weekend, and Hey Not the Face. And the winner of the best combat sports podcast, Hey Not the Face. Congratulations to John Nash and Stephanie for winning the award. It is well deserved. I gotta be honest, it's one of my favorite podcasts to listen to. I listen to it religiously. They do also have a Substack that you can subscribe to get full shows, because they do have special episodes and stuff. Great know. But like EzRaw always says, it's an honor just to be nominated.
It is. You know what? I love Hey Not the Face. I think that's great. Especially this year with all like the, they get into like all the finances or all the laws that protect fighters, especially the Ali Act and everything like that. It's just a really informative show. They do a lot of stuff on MMA too, and with the business and how that works. So I think that if you're interested in that, you want to get in the weeds of all that and how it works and kind of just be aware of what's going on. That's a great podcast to listen to.
Yeah, if you want to learn boxing, learn the business of boxing. I think Hey Not the Face is the way to go. But I do want to give a shout out to the other nominees. Everyone Has an Opinion, who's done excellent work all year.
Drafts have been great to close out the year, this last quarter.
Yes. And not sure if you guys listen, but Mannix and Mora had a great year.
Okay.
Mannix and Mora had a great year. They are the first podcast to be nominated after getting fired. All right. So Manic Samora was on Ring, and then they got fired within a couple weeks because they said something that Turkey didn't like. So shout out to Manic Samora for fighting the good fight.
Matt, we got two new suggestions on your hairstyle. Do you want them from the chat?
You tell me. Do I want them?
No, but Trill said you should get a pompadour like King P.
Come on, man.
And then B Wise said, do Young Jock's old hairstyle.
Ah, come on. Come on. Come on.
You know what? I can edit King P's hair on you so you get an idea what it looked like before you grow it out. So you maybe not want to waste your time. Maybe you like it.
And maybe you could drink a warm glass to shut the hell up.
Okay.
Congratulations again to John Nash and Stephanie Hayes from the Hey Not the Phase podcast and winning the Best Combat Sports podcast in 2025.
Yes. Well deserved. But like we always say, it's an honor just to be nominated. The next award, Boxing YouTube Channel of the Year. The nominees were Pay the Toll Boxing, my man John Foreman. Women Crushing It Wednesdays, starring Christine, Nika, and Crystal. Cigar Talk, starring Najee Chill. And Queens of the Ring, starring Nikki J and Boxiana. And the winner for Boxing YouTube Channel of the Year, Cigar Talk with Najee Chill.
A great list of nominations this year. A great list of nominations this year. So I think Cigar Talk had a great year. I think they all had a great year. I think it's the one thing about boxing content. These channels that are not what your normal, like this, basically what you've had for years. Those normal voices you've had. There's new voices coming in, and there's a lot of great content for boxing right now. So that's a good, exciting thing. New content, new faces, and new voices for boxing. I think that I really enjoy that.
You know, I got to tell you, Najee did have a great year. Okay. And it's well deserved. But I do want to say, this to me is one of the toughest categories because there's so many people out there doing such great work. And people think that we joke or that we troll when we say it's an honor to be nominated, but it really is because
I split my vote on this category.
Yeah. Like some people, I don't think people realize how quote unquote oversaturated the market is. So for you to stand out shows that you're doing something great. And all the nominees, Cigar Talk, Pay the Toll Boxing, Women Crushing It Wednesdays, Queens of the Ring, they all did great work this year. So I salute to every single one of them. But unfortunately, there can only be one winner. And that winner this year was none other than Najee. So salute to Najee.
Ezra, who did you vote for, Ezra?
The winner.
Okay. That was not.
Is that a Disney hat, Mike?
That was not my pick. Yeah, that's a Disneyland hat.
That's a pretty sick Disney hat.
Yeah, I think he goes so much they gave him like a gold membership. He got like the DAZN membership for Disneyland. I think that's really what that is. I've never seen that hat before.
Hey, you know, it's funny. You didn't even see the hat that they gave him with the Mickey Mouse ears on it.
Yeah, it's a clean Disney hat. Hot damn.
Yeah, it's a nice hat.
Thank you.
Very, very nice hat. Our next award, Best Twitter Space. And this was also hotly contested.
This is a good one.
The nominees were The Weekly Wrap-Up, I Got Blunts and Boxing, Everyone Has an Opinion, with our guy Wanathan. The Sunday morning sermon starring Ty.
Going for 2.
And no, going for 3.
3.
And Brunch Boxing Trivia Night starring me. And the winner for Best Twitter Space, Brunch Boxing Trivia Night. Let's go.
Now, Matt, I got this graphic minutes before the show, and I had a question about this one. Are the question marks because you're unsure if this is the winner or because of trivia?
You gotta talk to the guy who made the graphic.
You know what? There is no Brunch Boxing Trivia logo. Maybe that's something we should work on. But yeah, I think it can fit both, though. I got to tell you, Huey. But I will say this: I accept this award on behalf of Matt because everyone knows you tune into trivia to watch me, to see if I'm going to do what I'm going to do every week. Because that's what I do on trivia. I entertain. No one would tune in. The thing is, people. Oh, he's not even that good at trivia. Oh, and then I outperform, right? Because people say, oh, he shouldn't be in there with those guys in trivia. Those guys are really good. He's not good. And then I take second for like 6 weeks in a row, right? No one's ever done it before, right? And then I finally got a W, which I was robbed a few W's before. We won't get into it. Whole controversy of people joining late, not having to go through the struggle of a 3-hour trivia, but joining in the last 30 minutes to try to get a steal. It's all right. We won't get to that. Should probably have 4 W's this year. That's okay. But people tune in. When I'm not on there, people are tweeting me, where are you at? How can I get you on trivia? Because I am the Jake Paul of trivia. I bring the attention for you. If you beat me, you become more famous on trivia because of me. People join to beat me. They talk about their record versus me. So you're welcome for this trivia. I accept the Brunch Boxing Trivia, Bellini. I accept it. I will. Next year, I'm going to do even more greater things on trivia. It's going to be even more fun next year with me being on there. And we'll probably win this award again. Because as long as you got me, right, as long as you got a star, we're going to the top.
You know what you are, Ezra? You're the LeBron James of the trivia. And I don't mean that as a compliment. I mean that you're the guy that gets to the finals 8 times and only wins 3.
You know how hard it is to get to the finals, though? Can we talk about that?
LeBron James ass stats. First person to lose trivia on a Tuesday night after getting 13 questions wrong.
Can I change my vote?
I will say, though, next year, Ezra, you will be nominated for Space Moment of the Year. You couldn't get nominated this year because you got in your space moment after the buzzer. But you are the first person to lose a versus against yourself.
Come on. Come on.
That was
Come on. That was great. That should have been nominated and won. Yeah, that should have won. But that's all right.
By the way, Ezra, before we get on to the next award, I want to say Nika had the same critique of the Bellini graphic as I did.
Yep. That's not me. That's that's the stock photos that are available out there.
Which was what?
I said you couldn't skin tone match Matt in the graphic.
Well, for some reason, Ezra does the black and white on me, but he does the sepia tone on himself.
And then Nika said that you got the Michael Jackson hand in the graphic.
This is true. This is true.
Don't let perfection be the enemy of good.
All right. Our next award is for Brunch Boxing Guest of the Year. And I gotta say, we have had over 50 interviews this year.
More than one a week.
50 interviews this year. So there are a lot of guests, and I would like to thank all of our guests that we had on Brunch Boxing this year. I don't know if you guys would be all right with me reading off the names because it might sound like 9/11 with all these damn names on here. But I'm going to do it anyway. We've interviewed Deontay Wilder, David Benavidez, Devin Haney, Keyshawn Davis, Bruce Carrington, Sebastian Fundora, Tim Zhu, Nonito Denier, Gary Antoine Russell, Gary Russell Jr., Oshaki Foster, Stephen Fulton, Brian Norman Jr., Frank Martin, Jesus Ramos, Tony Harrison, Luis Neri, Rais Alim, Michael Fox, Abel Mendoza, Rashidi Ellis, Gabe Flores Jr., Jose Benavidez Jr., Derek Scooter Davis, Johnny Magic Mansour, the Grandy Twins, Brandon Moore, Price Taylor, DeAndre Savage, Malik Montgomery, Cordell Booker, Daniel Blancas, Trevor McCumbee, Justin Figueroa, Jonathan Foreman, Clarissa Shields, Gabriella Fundora, Tiara Brown, Jasmine Ortega, Olivia Curry, Reina Tellez, Gabriella Tellez, and Brooklyn Barwick. For our non-boxers, we've interviewed Samson Lukowicz, Al Bernstein, Stephen Espinosa, the Brian Campbell, Gustavo Olivieri, Mauricio Suleiman, Michael J. Whalen, Justin Goosen Brown, Papoose, Bob Santos, Emily Gerton, Jose Benavidez Sr., Lamont Roach Sr., and Box Rec Gray Johnson. What a fucking year we have had at Brunch Boxing. So salute to you guys for like getting all these interviews, man. 'Cause it is not easy. But the nominees for Brunch Boxing Interview of the Year, we have Deontay Wilder, Gustavo Olivieri, Oshaki Foster, and Tony Harrison. And the winner for Brunch Boxing Guest of the Year, Deontay Wilder. Salute.
Great interview.
Yeah, I don't. This wasn't a tough category for me to make my pick in.
I thought it was tough, but this is a great choice. Johnson Wilder gave us a lot of his time. He was very, very open with his answers. I thought him and Matt had a good chemistry. I just thought it was a great interview. Anyone's a Johnson Wilder fan, you need to hear that interview.
Yeah, the openness of his answers and like the way he was expanding on answers, and the fact that he extended the time that he was on the show so willingly and graciously, like it was a really easy pick for me to pick him as the guest of the year.
You know, one thing about Deontay Wilder, it might be, listen, it might be to get him, right? But once you got him, that man is like, hey, let's talk. Once you got him, he's like, yo, let's talk. And I got to give a shout out to Tay Jones for helping set up that interview and the Brian Norman interview. I want to give a shout out to Emily Gerton, who we have interviewed, but she is also the public relations manager for David Benavidez. She does public relations for many of fighters, and she helped secure a lot of guests. I want to give a shout out to Mike, who helped us secure my guy Albert Bell, who I didn't even name on the list this year. I gotta give a shout out to Rachel Donaire, who's gotten us guests. Of course, Mad Women PR, Crystal, Bella, they do a great job. They were able to secure us a lot of guests. And boots on the ground, EzRaw and Mike out there, you know, getting these guys, corralling them. Mike was in Vegas, set up his own radio row with a laptop and was just corralling people. Like, hey, Matt, you ready? Yeah, I'm ready. Just corralling people in to do these interviews. So listen, we're gonna try to put every interview up on Spotify. Some of them you're gonna be able to find on YouTube, but the content is out there, man. If you missed any of the interviews that we've done this year, just let me know, and I will be more than happy to get the content out there for you guys. But great job all around, you guys, and obviously we couldn't get these interviews up without the super producer himself, our guy Huey P, man. Just a total team effort.
Well done, Huey. Well done. I know it's a lot of work.
Oh yeah, it is. It is. It's definitely a lot of work.
Yeah, we're gonna be at a lot more fights this next year.
Oh yeah.
Boots on the ground.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I want to scale back the interviews. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Some of these interviews were done in like weird hours and shit.
Well, and some of them were like you did like 7 interviews in a row.
Yeah. Yeah. We had an interview in Spanish.
There was a few times where it wasn't so much like an interview as it was like you did a media day with a gym or stable fighters.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is so funny. Oh, and I got to give a shout out to my man Tony Palmieri from OTX. OTX has also gotten us a lot of great guests. I don't see that's the thing about thanking people. Sometimes you leave people out by accident, and I don't want to do that. I want to thank everybody because like this, like I said, this was a banner year for Brunch Boxing. We thought last year was a banner year, and then we just upped it another level. So I really, truly, from the bottom of my heart, want to thank all of our guests, and I want to thank all of our listeners for participating in a lot of these interviews because we are the platform of the people. We are nothing without the people. So salute to you guys, man. Let's go on to the next award. The next award is for Boxing Writer / Content Creator of the Year. The nominees were Lily of Chicana Boxing, Najee of Cigar Talk, Marcos Villegas of Fight Hub, Cliff Rold of The Corner Stool, Sean Zettel, and James Bell of The Boxing Source. And the winner of the Bellini for Boxing Writer / Content Creator, Sean Zettel.
Well deserved. Well deserved. What a year. What a year for Sean Zettel. And to me, the year, his greatest moment this year was pressing Dana White at the press conference and asking the questions that Dana White has tried to avoid for so long. He thought he defeated the media. Dana White. He said, I got these guys in, I'll plug them in. And then he ran into Sean Zettel. Let me tell you something. Dana was not happy. Dana was not happy with these tough questions. Dana was not happy with questions that weren't just, all oops for him to dunk. It wasn't that. And that, what a moment. What a moment. What a moment for boxing.
One might say that it did not go the way that Dana White thought it was going to go.
It did not. It did not. It did not.
But Sean Zettel has done great work all year. He has been really honestly, and this is with him and with Hey Not the Face. They've done a lot of work on this Ali Act stuff. They've done a lot of work on like U.S. boxing, ways to fix U.S. boxing, to keep fights here in America. I've seen Sean Zettel all across the country. All across the country.
And I met him in person this year too. For the first time meeting him, I met him in San Antonio. Really cool guy, really good guy.
So shout out to Sean Zettel. Keep doing God's work, my brother. I know it could be stressful. I did see he posted a video where he talked about a lot of the stressors, how it's taking a toll on not just him and his family. Because listen, people do harass you when they don't agree with you. Like, people don't know that, but these people are out here harassing people on behalf of people that they don't know.
This is true, because I get harassed on this show all the time when I have an opinion. And let me tell you something, it does affect my family. Okay, when I get off this show and my wife said, what's wrong? And I say, Matt just attacked me violently for the past hour and a half. It does affect my family. It affects the rest of my day. So I agree with that. Sean, keep fighting the good fight, because I'll keep fighting the good fight here.
Now, let me ask you a question. When you tell your wife that, does she tell you that I need to be put down? Or does she say, let him live like the dog that bit you?
No, I do have. He did break skin, right? That is the bite right there. He did break skin. She says let Matt live too, as well. She says let Matt live. I don't think she's on my side a lot of these things. And I do see the comment from Stephanie. I do not live in San Antonio. I visit San Antonio. I love San Antonio, but I live in LA. But yeah, no, everybody's fine with me taking abuse. Everybody's fine with me taking abuse, man. I realize that no one has a problem when I get abuse. But if I go a little too tough on somebody, someone's like, "Hey, he needs to slow down. This is too much."
And shout out to Stephanie. For those who don't know who Stephanie Haynes is, she is one of the hosts of Bellini Award winner, Hey Not the Face. So shout out to you, Stephanie. We greatly appreciate you and the work that you and John are doing over there. It has not gone unnoticed. So shout out to you, Steffi.
Hey, Matt, by the way, I just realized this is Ezra was doing his golf clap. So I have this.
I'm not going to lie. I almost shit myself just now, Huey.
It's an applause. It's an applause effect.
I don't know what that was.
Loud.
It honestly...
It sounded like he opened the gates of hell. I mean, that's going to be honest what that sounded like. I don't know what the hell that was.
All right, that was the built-in one, so we won't use it. We won't use it. Hey,
we're
doing it live. We're doing it live.
It sounded like we expected Huey to get sucked out of an airplane. I don't know what that was.
No, what's that?
Someone opened the emergency door. Jesus, scared the shit out of me. See, and this is one of the reasons why I shouldn't be on camera, because you guys would have saw me jump, and you guys would have been insulting me, and I would have felt some type of way about it.
I backed up at least 6 inches when I heard that thing. Yeah, that was crazy.
Man. One thing about Ezra, he loves his 6 inches. Man, oh man, oh man.
All right, man. Next award. This is a family show.
Oh man, the next award is for Promoter of the Year. The nominees were Tom Brown of TGB Promotions, Frank Warren of Queensberry Promotions, Gary Jonas of ProBox TV, and Hideyuki Ohashi of Tekken Promotions. And the winner of the award for Best Promoter, Gary Jonas of ProBox.
Well deserved. Well deserved.
It was great year for Gary.
Now, let me tell you something. It's not just that they put on bangers with ProBox. What he did with the careers of Lamont Roach and Lester Martinez. Great work by Gary Jonas this year.
Yep. And if you could, if we're going by entertainment of cards, ProBox is continuously an entertaining card. They have excellent matchups on there, a lot of 50-50 fights. And like you said, yeah, what they did with Roach, look where they got Roach, look where they got Lester. It's been good moves, solid moves. And there's a spot in Boxer Network where ProBox is really needed, and that I'm glad to see them succeeding right now.
Yeah. I mean, just a great year for ProBox, man. They had world title fights on ProBox. World title fights. That's amazing, man. Shout out to ProBox and Gary Jonas. I'm gonna hit him up later today. Let him know he actually won. He did not think he was gonna win, but he actually won. So I'm gonna hit him up later today. So shout out to him. Our next award is for Female Fight of the Year. The nominees were Shadeja Green versus Savannah Marshall, Olivia Curry versus Kay Scott, Tiara Brown versus Sky Nicholson, and Beatrice Ferreira versus Alif Nur Turhan. And the winner for Female Fight of the Year, and I really do put female, I meant to put women's, which we did on the graphic, thank God. Shadeja Green versus Savannah Marshall. Well deserved. Well deserved. A banger. And you guys know, I love my big beefy men bumping meat. But god damn it, I love them beefy women too. And Savannah Marshall, Shadeja Green, they threw hands. Like that fight was so brutal that Shadeja Green had to be medically suspended up until last week because her ear was damaged by those shots. And she was the winner.
Yep, it was a great fight. It stole the show of that card. I thought it was fantastic. I really thought, I don't know, it's probably there was because I'm kind of like people because the main event didn't really pan out. People thought the way what people thought it would, but that fight was fantastic. I wouldn't mind seeing them fight again. If they're not going, she's not going to fight Carissa. I wouldn't mind seeing that again.
Yeah, that was a very good fight. Excellent fight. So salute to Savannah Marshall too, because it takes two to tango. I know she didn't get the decision, but I thought she gave a very good account of herself, and she made women's boxing proud this year. So salute to both of them. Great work. Shadeja Green, Savannah Marshall, Women's Fight of the Year. Our next award is for Women's Fighter of the Year. And the nominees were Alif Turhan, Clarissa Shields, Michaela Mayer, and Tiara Brown. And the winner for Brunch Boxing Women's Fighter of the Year, none other than the GWOAT, Clarissa Shields.
I got to tell you.
I got to tell you, it is well deserved. Very well deserved. Undisputed heavyweight champion. Put on $1 Million Gates, headlining her own events. She did it her way. She continues to do it her way. And we wish Clarissa nothing but the best going forward in 2026.
I back everything you're saying. I do think Michaela Mayer had a really great year too, and I really think that if I my vote went to Mayer on that one. I think that she had the year to beat. Like I said, it was kind of a down year in women's boxing. The momentum kind of stunned a little bit, but Mayer did do her thing this year, and I thought that she should have won this. So I voted for her to win this award. We all vote, so whoever won deserved it. But I voted for Michaela Mayer.
Yeah. I think Clarissa definitely is a worthy winner. And I think all the nominees were worthy nominees. So Clarissa Shields, Michaela Mayer, Alif Nurhan, and Tiara Brown, man. What a year for Tiara Brown. What a year for Tiara Brown. So salute to her also. Our next award.
Just going on that one, I did vote for Clarissa, but I think looking back on it afterward, if I had could have adjusted my vote, I would have probably switched to Mayer. Ezra, I think I agree with you. After we kind of had a discussion, I went back and looked at the years, and I think you're right.
Perhaps. But like we always say, it's an honor just to be nominated.
It's an honor.
Not everyone can win. It's unfortunate, I wish everyone could win every award, but there's no participation trophies in brunch boxing. Our next award, Prospect of the Year. Now, this was a very highly debated category. What constitutes a prospect? Funny enough, EzRaw had the same prospect of the year 2 years in a row, which I think kind of flies in the face of being prospect of the year.
I wasn't wrong. I was just early.
The nominees for Prospect of the Year were Moses Itama, John Arobio, Gio Aroca Lopez, and the first woman to be nominated in this category, Tam Thibault. And the winner of the Bellini Award for Brunch Boxing Prospect of the Year, Moses Itama.
Now, let's talk about Moses Itama. Can I talk about this man? You know, they definitely pumped the brakes a little bit, right? I think that he could fight any world champion right now. I'm even including Usyk, and I think he gives them hell, most of them, right? Even Usyk, I think that's a tough fight. I think it's a tough matchup. But he hasn't got to that point yet. They haven't got him into that state yet. So I think that prospect, he's still there. As far as ability, if you give me all the young guys right now in boxing, you give me all the young guys and say, who's the guy that you have most faith that's going to do massive things? They're not going to be a bust. This is the guy. This is the guy that I have most faith is going to live up to the hype that he has. He's going to come close to the hype he has. He's not going to be a bust. This is the guy I have faith in. The female boxer we have, well, how do you say her name again? I just want to make sure I say it right.
Tam Thibault.
Tam Thibault is someone definitely to watch. She is going to be moved a little bit faster. She's very talented. She has the look. She has star qualities. She's with MVP. She's with Jake Paul. I think that she's definitely someone to watch. She's very, very interesting, and she could be a star in women's boxing. And women's boxing, like I said, had great momentum this year. Is a little bit down year, but I think we're going to get some big stuff next year, and I think that she might be someone to watch next year.
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to Tam Thibault, man. I mean, like we say, it's an honor to be nominated, but for a woman to be nominated in this category, she's putting in work.
Yeah, it means something. I think it means something. It's someone to pay attention to.
Yeah, she's putting in work.
Now, was Moses Itama, and I don't know this, was he unanimous?
No.
Interesting. Okay. Interesting.
You feel some type of way?
A little bit.
Could he have been unanimous?
Well, it should have been. Yes, it should have been.
Some people aren't believers.
Yeah, I don't. It is what it is. No one is foolproof, right? Like no one is like this is going to be this, no matter what. There's slip ups. Heavyweight division. He's not the biggest guy. He could get touched. We haven't seen him go late rounds in a tough fight. All these things, I get it, but it is a prospect, right? And if you're talking about just raw abilities for the guy at that weight class, I keep saying this. He's a flyweight that fights at heavyweight. Like what you are seeing is not common. What you see as a guy from heavyweight. His ability, his movement, all that. So I just think that as you're talking about just abilities for a prospect, the things he can do, to me, I think it should be unanimous. But all good.
Hey, you know what? Whoever didn't vote for him, maybe if we're wrong, we could just do what you do and just apologize and feel better about ourselves.
It does work. I will say this. When you are wrong, don't keep fighting it. Just be like, oh, okay, that's good. I'm glad I learned something. I'm glad we straightened that out. I'm glad we now know what the right answer is or what the right thing is, correct statement is. And we just apologize and say, I was wrong. I accept this being wrong. And this is great to have this new knowledge. And let me tell you something. It is relieving. I have not been as stressed. I'm definitely thinking clear. And you know what? And I appreciate, a lot of people don't appreciate this. I appreciate when people point out my flaws and say, you're doing this and you do it a lot. Then I can work on it. See, that's the problem with a lot of people. They don't want to work on things. I think in a way I'm a prospect still. I got to be honest with you. Maybe I should have been out of this category. I'm still a prospect in this podcast thing, right? I'm still a prospect when it comes to this boxing thing. I think there's great potential. I think people are saying that they're seeing me and they're saying, wow, this guy could do a lot of things. He's pretty well-rounded. He has a high ceiling. I don't know what the floor is. Is he boom or bust? We'll find out, right? Most likely a boom, maybe a huge boom.
The floor is hell.
Maybe one of the biggest booms we've ever seen, right? But what I'm saying here, though, is right. But I'm still improving. I'm still sharpening the tools, and that's what it is. That's what it is to be a prospect. It's not perfection. I'm not looking to be this guy. I'm saying this guy has raw ability that could be something special. That's what it is to be a prospect.
All right, let's get to the next award. Worst event of the year. Not an award that you want to win, actually. The nominees were.
Is it an honor to be nominated for this category? Okay.
It is honestly, If you're not in this category, this is a call to get better.
Okay, I agree.
Canelo Alvarez versus William Skull.
Terrible card.
Jack Catterall versus Arnold Barboza.
Terrible.
The Ring Times Square event.
Awful.
Thank God no one in New York could watch it.
And Bam Rodriguez versus Fumalele Kafu.
I don't think that belongs in here. I gotta be honest with you. I was a little when we did that. I'm not sure about that one. Not sure about that one.
Funny enough, you thought Pacquiao Barrios belonged in there.
I did.
Which was actually a good event.
That's crazy. Well, I mean, EzRaw thinks every PBC event belongs in there.
That's not true. That's not true, Mike. That's pretty nasty, Mike.
Unless he's there, it's not a big deal.
True, Mike. That's not true, Mike. That's not true.
And the Bellini Award for Worst Event of the Year is a tie between Canelo Alvarez versus William Skull and the Ring Times Square event.
Which were back-to-back days. This was Friday and Saturday. This was back-to-back.
Bad showing from Ring and Riyadh.
You know what? I didn't tune in at all to the Canelo fight. So that for me, that had to be the worst because I already knew like this is going to be bad. But I also did turn off the fight in New York. So
when I say Mike, absolutely nothing. You missed absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I could never talk a William Skull Canelo fight because I never watched it.
You didn't see it. It was nothing to talk about. It was not a fight that took place. Not a fight that took place. It was. Let me tell you something right now. I was exhausted after those 2 days. I really enjoy my weekends. I was exhausted. It was work to watch those. It was work to watch these cards. It was like I'm putting in my I'm stamping in my time card. You know what I mean, to watch this. You know what I mean. I got to get through it. That's really what it was.
EzRaw, our listener of the year, has some critiques on your prospect of the year commentary. Okay. He wants to know, how did you turn it into a discussion about yourself?
See, well, the thing is, right, as a good host, right, and as one of the top prospect hosts, right, one of the top people, is you got to be able to always spin it back to you, right? You got to control the conversation. Sometimes people let it go out of control. I don't want that. I wanted to come back here, bring back attention, center it to the thing right here. See on the camera how I'm in the center of it? You see that? That's what I want to do with my conversation. Let's let it go, and then let's bring it back to the center of me. That's what it is.
It's very interesting. And maybe our guy, Brunch Boxing Listener of the Year, Sam Rose, didn't know this, but EzRaw also turned my award into a conversation about himself. He took my award from me.
Well, I mean, honestly, though, that's why you got the award. I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest here. You think people are in there for you asking questions? No, they're like, let's see what EzRa's going to do with this. Let's see if he's going to turn this around and make it fun. And I do every time.
The next category is for the best of the year. And the nominees were Canelo Alvarez versus Terrence Crawford, David Benavidez versus Anthony Yarde, Gervonta Davis versus Lamont Roach, David Benavidez versus David Morrell, and Artur Beterbiev versus Dimitri Bivol, Part 2.
Oh, great.
And the winner for best event of the year, David Benavidez versus David Morrell.
Great. That was a great event. I was outside for that one. Brilliant night. The energy was wild. Like it was awesome.
The thing too about that event is, that matchup, we had been talking about it. It had been building up, but no one really thought that they would make that matchup. Like no one really thought that these two guys, they were going to put them in at that point. And they did it. And like, no one could say anything. You couldn't complain about it. It was just like, oh, well, obviously this is a fight we've been talking about, a fight we've been speculating we'll see years to come. We're going to get it now. And it delivered. And then you had Pitbull Cruz on that card, and that delivered. Like it was a great card. It was a great card.
Just a banger of a card, man.
Matt, would you like to explain the voting process to the listeners? Sibby said, did the fans vote for a winner or just you?
We have a panel of 5 that vote. The people on the panel are me, EzRaw, Huey, Mike, and last year's Brunch Boxing Listener of the Year, LJ.
Wow, that's Mr. Golder.
I like that.
So for those who don't know, when you are the Brunch Boxing Listener of the Year, you get to vote on the Bellini Awards.
That's fantastic. What? See, Matt,
and we're gonna treat this. We're gonna treat this like the Heisman. You get a vote for life.
Wow.
Like that.
Fantastic. I mean, 20 years down the line, we'll probably regret that, but that's fine. Right now,
hey, I'm gonna regret tallying up the votes.
Yeah.
20 years down the line.
Yeah. That's all right. That's right. That's fantastic. You know what, Matt? They say, "Oh, he's out of his good ideas. He's past it." They always say that about you.
Come on.
You know, he's right. Wait. Hold on. It's gonna get better. But I always tell them he's still got some $1 million ideas. He's still got them. And that was a good one right there.
But Matt, you know what the event of the year next year is going to be, right? With Sibby recommended, Sibby versus you, May 2nd, 2026.
Oh,
we're
wow.
not Mexican.
Well, that's why it's May 2nd, not May 5th.
Wait, you think Cinco de Mayo falls on exactly May 5th on a Saturday?
No, I'm just saying though, like you could do a few days before. That's why, like, Floyd didn't always fight on May 5th. He fought like May 4th, everything out of respect, right? May 3rd, May 2nd.
No. EzRaw, it's called Cinco de Mayo weekend, and they fight on the Saturday.
I get it, but it'd be disrespectful to actually do it on Cinco de Mayo, right? So, like, if you don't, you would do it the 3 days before. And that's what Sibby's doing. It's out of respect.
Hey, you remember when you said, "Hey, I could just admit when I'm wrong and I'm learning and stuff like that, and all this other hobbabaloo." I think you're full of shit.
All right. If I'm wrong, I apologize. And see, that
really pisses me off. By the way,
it's freeing. I gotta tell you,
I really hate that. I truly hate that. Oh man! But what were some of your other favorite events this year of the ones that weren't nominated? Because we did have this was a great year in boxing, by the way.
It was. And so here's the thing. I was down on this year boxing, right? And then when we did events of the year and I was going through it, I'm like, oh damn, I kind of like a lot of these, right? Like, kind of enjoyed a lot of these. So I gotta say, sometimes you get a feel of the year, you got to take it back, you got to reassess where you're at, and you're like, it wasn't that bad actually. The one that Mike's gonna say I'm biased, but I was there. But Pitbull Roach, I thought was a great event. I thought that the buildup was good. I thought that Oshaki Foster Fulton really was a nice build-up. Good turnout with the fans. People really were interested in the fight. Excellent fight. So I thought that was one that could have been easily nominated. Fantastic event.
Why would I say you're biased? I thought that should have been nominated.
No, because you said I only nominate stuff that I was there to. So that's why you would say I was biased.
Okay. I mean, fair, right?
But it was fantastic.
I mean, listen, the Mario Barrios Manny Pacquiao fight, that whole 3 days was a great event. That brought a lot of people. I know people were down on that when it first came out, and you heard people saying, "Oh, I'm not going to watch that." Everybody tuned in. Everybody loved it. The public loved it. The casuals loved it. So just that was a great event. I was a little disappointed that wasn't on there because I did rank that one pretty high also.
I think Benavidez Yard too. I do think that was a really fun event and had a lot of hype for it. So I think that was a really fun event, especially because Haney and Norman was on there. You had Bam on there. Like, I think that was a really fun, hyped up event.
And I gotta say, everybody put on a show with that Manny Pacquiao Barrios thing. Like, I loved Sebastian Fundora's performance.
Oh yeah, Tim Tszyu dismantling.
Yeah. He beat the hell out of Tim Tszyu.
Especially when everybody was picking Tim Tszyu.
This is very true.
The experts were all picking Tim Tszyu.
Experts, do you mean the EzRaws? The EzRaws?
What crew I'm talking about on Twitter? The experts. I hate boxing people. They freaking
because EzRaw was like, Fundora got lucky last fight because Tszyu got injured and Tszyu was still beating him up, and he would have won. He would have did this. He would have did that. And what he ended up doing, getting stopped.
And you know what I'd like to say to that? My response to that?
I swear to God, I was wrong. Say it again. God damn it.
I was wrong, and now we know, right, that I had miscalculated some things. Maybe I should have incorporated the the Morzalia fight. Maybe not the same guy. And maybe the cut wasn't as big as a factor as I thought it was. But now that we know, looking back at it, hindsight 2020 now, I was wrong, and I wanted to apologize. And now we know what the correct, who was correct leading into that fight, and now we're just free of that being correct.
I'm glad you feel freed, EzRaw, of the burden of being incorrect.
I do. I feel free of it.
Very, very happy for you, EzRaw.
I do feel free of it.
The next award is for Upset of the Year. So, Upset of the Year, and we've had a lot of upsets in boxing. This category is a little weird because, like, sometimes do we go with just the boxing odds? Do we go with the magnitude, the historical perspective? I think we got a good mix of all of that this year. So the nominees for Upset of the Year were Rolando Rolly Romero versus Ryan Garcia, Armando Resendez versus Caleb Plant, Terrence Bud Crawford versus Saul Canelo Alvarez, and Jorge Garcia Perez versus Charles Conwell. And the winner for the Bellini Award for Brunch Boxing Upset of the Year, Terrence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez.
I was disappointed. I was definitely disappointed on this one. I felt Rolly was facing a guy who's still in his prime, still ready to go. And literally ruined the rematch. Nobody gave Rolly a shot. Like, nobody. Like, Crawford and Canelo, everybody was 50-50. They knew Canelo was washed. They knew Crawford had a chance. But Rolly, not one person on this planet, probably besides Matt, was giving him a chance.
Here's the thing with Mike, right? And Mike says, "Oh, I'm not a Canelo fan anymore. I got rid of that everything." But it's deep in the heart, right? You can't get rid of it. That's what's seeping out right now. See, he doesn't want to give Terrence Crawford full credit for the win. So he's going to say, well, he was washed. It was really a 50-50 fight. And I got to tell you, though, the odds and all that, and a lot of people were picking Terrence Crawford to win this fight, right? They were. I thought that was kind of tarnishing, though, a little bit, Terrence Crawford, how great the victory this was for Terrence Crawford. Because Terrence Crawford was moving up 2 weight classes against a guy that was king of the weight class. He was moving up 2 weight classes against a guy that people consider, one of the fighters of this generation, one of the guys that was a pound for pound guy for a long time, and he moved up and beat him. And if he retired, if the retirement stays, it's to me, and maybe someone could give me another one, but I can't think of one. The best win to leave your career on, like the best fight. So say I'm gonna walk away on. It's this right here. I thought it was. I
don't disagree with you, EzRaw. Everything you said is right. It was a great fight and all that stuff, but it wasn't an upset as much as the Rolly fight. That's where I'm at when it comes to upset.
Those are
the gist of the whole thing. I'm not saying it wasn't a great performance by Terrence Crawford, and it was an all-time great performance by Terrence Crawford. But it was an upset of the year. Nobody was giving Rolly a shot but Matt. So
this is true.
I'm with you. Either one of those, I'm not going to be mad about.
Yeah, I loved the Rolly upset, but here's the thing. I couldn't call it an upset because I thought Rolly was. I knew Rolly was going to win. To me, Rolly. Maybe we should start doing the most underrated fighter award. Because if it was, Rolly would definitely be most underrated.
I like that category for next year. Most underrated.
Or if we are going to do this again, maybe setting more defined parameters for what we're looking for. Because I do think that Mike brought up a good point. Well, and Ezra brought up good points because I voted for Crawford Canelo on this. But what Mike's saying is I did kind of, see a very plausible way for Terrence Crawford to win that fight. It's not as much of a shocking victory to me as the Rolly one was, but I thought it was a bigger win against an opponent that was better than Ryan, and that's why I voted for it.
Well, I think Mike made the argument. Ryan's not past his prime, which I actually think is a good argument.
Are we sure?
Yeah, we don't know. We're just saying it because of his age, but I mean, what we saw that night.
He may be not past the physical prime, but
you say Canelo my guy, but Ryan is your guy, Ezra. You know he is.
Ryan is not my guy.
Ryan, oh my goodness, you were the biggest Ryan fan I met.
I don't have a guy. You know what my guy is? The guy I pick to win every week. That's my guy. That's what I'm going to be like. I want to be right. So I'm my guy. If anything, that's really what it is. But like, did I pick Ryan to win that fight? Yes. Did I think he was going to have a hard time? No. I'm with you on that. So I would have no problem with Rolly winning this, the Rolly fight winning this. No issue with that at all. I just think that people thought so highly of Terrence Crawford that they deem this possible. But I think if we go back and look, you're not going to see this often. You're not going to see a W like that often. It's really against the odds of what he did, and you're not going to see it often. It's not going to be commonplace to see this. So that's why I picked the Crawford win.
Yeah, it was the context of the win with the historical significance that did it with me. Whereas, like, I think that if it was someone else other than Rolly, I might not have picked Ryan that night.
Okay,
I can't think of another
which even makes the victory more sweet.
Because David Benavidez was at 175 pounds already. He had announced his intention. I can't think of another 168 pounder that I would have necessarily picked over Canelo that night.
Yeah, and here's another thing too. The Rolly win, right? Is that a huge tarnish on Ryan's career? Like, is that really? Not really. I'm going to be honest with you, and it's not. But the Canelo loss to Terrence Crawford, Matt, is that not one of the worst losses someone could have, especially at the point of where Canelo was in his career? Especially at the point of basically what it means to his career, right? Why does it mean? Why would that ding his career so much? Because it's a small guy coming up 2 weight classes to beat him. So that's what I'm talking about. Like that, it's a giant ding on his career because you're like, well, wait, then I got to rethink everywhere I thought you were as an all-time guy because of this one loss. Because no other guy, all-time guys, would probably let something like that happen. They don't have a loss like this bad. That's what I'm saying.
All right, let's get to the next award of the year. KO of the year. The nominees were Brian Norman Jr. versus Jin Sasaki, Frank Martin versus Francis Barthélemy, Dave Allen versus Johnny Fisher, and Alexander Usyk versus Daniel Dubois. And the winner for knockout of the year, late entry, Frank Martin versus Francis Barthélemy. Crazy knockout.
I was there for this one. It was a crazy knockout.
I'm shocked. Like, I was shocked that Francis Barthélemy got knocked out.
I didn't see it going down that way. I really didn't. I thought Martin would win, but I didn't think he'd be a vicious knockout like that. That Brian Norman knockout too, though. Great knockout. Great knockout too. I wouldn't mind either one of those winning.
Great knockout.
Yeah, they were all great knockouts. Maybe I had recent bias, but I voted for Frank Martin.
Those were the final two that I was deciding between.
I guess some of the surprise came to me because it was unexpected. I just did not see that going the way it went.
And here's the thing. I've seen Jin Sasaki get stopped before. I would have never thought that I would see Francis Barthélemy get absolutely splattered. That was crazy to me.
What was a more shocking knockout? That one or when Caleb Plant knocked out Durrell?
The Caleb Plant knockout.
The Caleb Plant. I didn't have that on my bingo card at all. Like that was
to me, they're both about the same. I did not see the knockouts look. I did not see Frank Martin ending in a devastating knockout like that. So I can see why that being a big factor in people voting for it. Another one that wasn't nominated, and I know me and Matt going back and forth on this. Bam Rodriguez over what's his name? Martinez. I thought that was a great knockout. I thought that slip with the straight off that, I thought that was fantastic.
Absolutely. All right, let's move on to the penultimate award, the men's fight of the year. The nominees were Christian and Billy versus Lester Martinez, Javante Davis versus Lamont Roach, Callum Smith versus Joshua Buatsi, and David Benavidez versus David Morrell. And the winner of the Bellini Award for Brunch Boxing Men's Fight of the Year, Christian M. Billy versus Lester Martinez.
Well deserved.
What a banger.
Yeah, that was a great fight that I would love to see again. I definitely understand those guys need a break. But that was just a tremendous fight from both fighters that night.
Absolute banger. A war of attrition. I gotta be honest with you. Turkey, Dana, they ruined that fight. Should have been 12 rounds.
Huey, put in this comment right here from.
I got you. I was gonna bring it up.
Let him know why that's not true, Ezra.
Two problems. First of all, I scored a 10-0. It's only a 10-round fight. So he's already incorrect. Okay. And so I hope right now you're doing the whole thing where I apologize. I accept that I was wrong. And not free yourself. Now, the next thing is you can have a hell of a fight, right? And every round can be a swing round. And I scored in one direction. Okay. So that is possible. And that's what I saw in this fight. I'm sorry. I'm not going to give Billy credit for just swinging with more intensity. Okay, not giving Billy credit because he clinched his mouth when he punched and threw wider shots. Lester Martinez was killing him on the inside with the little shots. I'm sorry, he was winning the fight on the inside little shots, and I scored the way I scored it. I've seen people score 8-2 with 2 swing rounds. We're in the same boat. I just went every swing round that I had. I had two or three swing rounds in that fight. I just went with Lester on it. So if I'm 7-3 with 3 swing rounds, I practically have the same score I have, but you'll be okay with that. This is what I'm talking about. This is why I put myself out there. I put my neck on the line to score these fights, so we can get rid of these obvious flaws that people think the only fight of the year has to be 5-5. If it was fight of the year, it better be a close score. That's not the way it works. That's not the way it works.
Now let me ask you a question. If this is a 12-round fight, how does it play out?
Lester Martinez would have won it. And Billy was falling off, and Lester Martinez was coming on. Really? Lester Martinez. I don't think Lester Martinez was putting everything into his shots, and I thought that Billy was putting more into his shots, so it was burning his energy.
Man, I don't know, man.
There are some gems in the chat. I know.
Matt, are you taking 2026 Bellini Award suggestions right now? Because Jake has a good one.
After we do our fighter of the year, yeah.
All right.
And without further ado, the last award, the final award, the big award, the Bellini Award for Brunch Boxing Fighter of the Year. The nominees were Terrence Bud Crawford, David Benavidez, Fabio Wardley, and Lord Devin Haney. And the winner for Men's Fighter of the Year, Terrence Bud Crawford.
I don't think it wasn't.
Congratulations, Bud. I did not vote for you, but congratulations.
Wait, Mike.
You're such a hater. I love it. You voted for Devin Haney, right?
You know what? He would have been my second pick, but the fact that Devin Haney resurrected himself,
yes, sir,
and made me change on a belief on actually who he is. I was like, dude, this guy deserves it. Like, coming back from the bottom and just finishing a fight like that, which everybody, we're having 50-50. I mean, dude, that was a tremendous thing by him. But I'm not upset Crawford won it either. I thought he had a tremendous fight, statement fight, career fight, for him. So, congratulations to Terrence Crawford. But my vote was Devin Haney.
This was okay. This is clear Terrence Crawford year. This is. I mean,
I don't mind the Haney vote.
No.
And I'm gonna tell you, to me, it was clear for.
Let me tell you the problem with the Haney vote. And I'll be honest with you. We're getting to the point, right? And there's a point where like people they would almost say, "Oh, you're a hater," but people are overdoing this. This Brian Norman win was a very good win for because where Haney was in his career. It was
an excellent win.
Oh, wait, hold on. Brian Norman is not an elite level fighter. He's not a pound for pound guy. You cannot get one win over Brian Norman and then you are the fight of the year. I'm sorry. No. And it's not, we've had this discussion before, but he's not even over Bam as a nominee. Okay. He's not even over Bam Rodriguez as a nominee. He's not over Inoue as a nominee. Okay. So I'm sorry, that win, I understand there was a lot of hype behind it. I understand there was a lot of trash talk. I understand there's a lot of people saying that Devin Haney was done. I understand there's a lot of people saying that Devin Haney was out the game. This guy was going to knock him out cold. I get it. It was a very good win, and it meant a lot to Haney's career at that point. Added credibility back to him. Made people think like, hey, you know what? This is the guy that we always believed in. But it is not a fight of the year win. I'm sorry. We cannot do that. That's just ridiculous. I got to be honest with you.
I think that's a ridiculous take. Devin Haney was a worthy nominee. I don't mind the vote, but the ultimate winner is the ultimate winner, Terrence Bud Crawford. Been a year. Happy retirement to Terrence Crawford. He goes out on top.
Put that up. Yeah, put that up.
Jake agrees with EzRaw saying, in EzRa's defense, Haney beating Norman put him somewhere in the conversation and probably not in the top 5.
Yeah, it's just like I said.
Listen, everybody had Haney out of their pound for pound list.
Go ahead.
As one of the nominees for the Best Sports Combat podcast, everyone has an opinion, and some people's are going to be different.
Exactly, 100%. But like I said, it just wasn't that win. It's just we're trying to make that win mean a lot more than it did. It was a great win for his career. Got him back on track. We're interested in where he's at now. Or we brought him back to a pound for pound thing, but it wasn't a fight of the year win. He wasn't a fighter of the year off that win. That's just not the case.
Well, he also had Ramirez, which was the first fight, and then he got a title fight off of that to become champion in a new weight class. Like I get the argument. I don't agree with it, but I get the argument.
But here's the thing though. No one who with Mike's talking about everything, you're not considering the Ramirez one, and he didn't look in the Ramirez one. Like no one left the Ramirez one and was like, "Wow, what a great win." No one left that with that, right? That was a performance that people had them downing the Norman one because of it. Like it's he's back.
I just said back from the grave is what I'm saying. Is I was impressed. He brought his career from back to the grave with that one fight. It was a fight everybody was tuning into, was excited about. But like I say, I don't mind Crawford one. I'm not like, oh, you guys screwed up or anything like that. I just felt that Devin Haney moment. Heinz, when we look back at it a few years, we're gonna be like, that's where he turned it around, put it to another level.
Another guy that was I have above Haney as far as for fight of the year is Bivol, and he only has one win this year. He beat Bersabiev. That's a better win than Norman. Don't give me that. I don't even want to hear it. There's no way you can argue it. Don't argue it, please. We gotta have people respect the show. Let's not argue it. That was a better win than that. He became the guy at his weight class. Now, I don't like the moves after that, so maybe we're going to be like judging him because of the moves after. But as far as just what happened in the ring, that's a better win.
I think the quality of the win is better, but the win itself wasn't as convincing.
But you're fighting better competition. Here's the one thing I would never judge. Yeah, I would never judge. If someone beats Terrence Crawford next year and they do it by majority decision, I'm not going to be like, well, I could have made an argument Crawford won. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be like, that's a great win. That was a great win.
I'm not. I'll probably say, Crawford, he's up in age. He's got him at the right time. Listen, this is what you're going to do with the Bam stuff, Anyway, he's going to be 42 or something like that when Bam fights him.
Matt, your favorite listener, Basquiat says he doesn't think Haney had that much better of a year than Virgil Ortiz. Madrimov is better than Norman. Ramirez and Lubin are similar level.
I like the Virgil Ortiz shout out. I don't see why we gotta downplay someone else to big up someone else, but I like the Virgil Ortiz shout out. He had a good year.
Okay. Yeah, fantastic. What a year of boxing.
Although he was favored in both of them.
Well, I mean, most fight of the years are favored. I mean, if they're fight of the year, a lot of people are going to be favored. If Floyd Mayweather was favored every fight he probably got in.
Terrence Crawford wasn't favored against Canelo.
But that's what it does. It take that.
He wasn't favored against Brian Norman.
Well, does it take that fight of the year?
Book for Haney Norman. No. You could find a book where Haney was favored. It was pretty split down the middle.
great fighters are usually favored. I mean, what's in a way, if Inoue beats Junto and Bam next year, he'd probably be favored in both those fights. Are we gonna dock points with that? No. Now, like I said, it's been a great year of boxing. I just really, this has been fantastic. I think that at points we had our ups and downs with it, but overall, really enjoyable. We're going into 2026. The first quarter looks like one of the best I've seen in a while. I'm excited about that. I just hope it could keep up momentum. I think we're going to have some great nominees next year. Some new names I think are going to appear. I think we're going to have new top guys in the sport, and we need new stars, and hopefully we get them. But yeah, I think it's been an overall great year. What do you think, Matt, of 2025?
2025 was a great year. Banner year in boxing. We had the lull where there was I think a couple months without any boxing, but the actual events that we got were great. Put on a great events throughout the year, great fights throughout the year. We didn't even mention Chris Eubanks Sr. stepping out of the car, which was crazy.
What a moment! What a moment!
Crazy.
And the commentator goes, "He's here," and that was like, oh, God damn it! What a moment! What a moment! Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, was that nominated for Fight of the Year? Was that Fight of the Year?
No.
Should have been.
There was it's only 4 nominees. Ezra, how many? It's so many gangster fights this year.
This is the one criticism I have for Fight of the Year, the nominations. I think it should be endless, and this is why. This is the why.
Oh my God!
You have to appreciate the fights we get. If we get great fights, which is not all the time, right? You gotta acknowledge all the great fights we got this year. Let me ask you a question.
Was Eubank versus Ben better than Cruz versus Fierro?
It was right there with it. It was right there with it if it wasn't better. It was a great fight. Let's not get this wrong. Does not leave the bad taste of the rematch soiled what the first one was, because the first one was great. It was a fantastic fight. It was pure entertainment. So I really thought it was fantastic. I do like acknowledging all the great fights we get. I just think, listen, this is what we do. We enjoy boxing. We watch boxing. We're passionate about boxing. We got to acknowledge when these guys put on these hellish performances in the ring. These performances that take a lot out of them. That really, like I said, when you get in the ring, you're really revealing yourself. It's the most honest thing that someone could do. And when we get something fantastic, we should acknowledge it.
Yeah,
I can see that. I do have a few suggestions from the listeners on awards for next year. First off, from Trill, we need a worst parlay of the year that was given out on the show.
Oh man, me and Mike were competing for that one back and forth. Me and Mike were competing for that one. I got a few dudes.
We can do worst and best even.
One of my parlays didn't hit one leg. It was like a 5-leg, and not one leg was hit.
Was that one of those that you told people to bet big money on?
I probably told them to bet their house on it, and it didn't hit one leg.
All right, Jake, another thought. 2026 Bellini Awards needs a wildest EzRaw take of the year.
I give one every week. It'll be an endless category, but I think it's a very good category.
I think if we do add this is all you. You get to decide which take it is.
I love that category.
And then Sibby wants to know, will Brunch Boxing ever do any amateur awards, at least for an elite level?
I think we would have to sub that one out, because I don't think I'm going to start watching amateur boxing. I really doubt Matt's going to start watching amateur boxing. So we could sub that out to Sibby if he wants to recommend a guy and be like, hey,
words of Bellini Award winner Ty. Fuck no.
All right.
And then lastly, also from Sibby, before I turn it over to you guys to tell the people what we have coming up, I think this is a good transition to it. He wanted to know, did you give your thoughts on the T.O. Shakur undercard, which we haven't. This was only an award show, but Matt, tell the people what they can expect for the week.
Oh, no. I promise nothing. And I'll be honest, I might deliver nothing.
Are we doing another? Are you doing another show later for news and notes?
I promise nothing, and I might deliver nothing.
That's great. I
know. But Ezra, I want you to prognosticate. Look forward to 2026.
I think only a doctor could do that. Now go ahead.
Look forward to 2026. Okay. Who's our fighter of the year in 2026?
Our fighter of the year in 2026 is a man named Bam Rodriguez. and he is fight of the year because he takes out the winner of Inoue versus Junto.
Okay.
See, this guy's never a reality, dude.
Hey, Jake. We have a winner for worst EzRaw take of the year.
He said the name that I would have said for that. I would have said Inoue. I think Inoue beats Junto. Inoue moves up to 126. He gets a belt or two there, and it's going to be a big year for him.
So here's the thing. The guy that's going to be off to the hottest start, the winner of Shakur versus Tio.
Yeah, he will.
Whoever wins that fight, I think, first of all, they have a chance to fight 3 times in 2026, and they're going to have a really good shot to win the fighter of the year.
Can I say this, though? If it's Tio, he'll probably disappear for a year and a half, and then we'll see him at fight. Like, I'll fight the winner of this guy, and I'll fight the loser of that guy. So I don't know.
I will also say David Benavidez has a great chance to win fight of the year, moving up to cruiserweight to become unified and possibly fighting the winner of the trilogy. That would be a very strong case if he does that.
Hey, another guy I know, EzRaw might not like it, but Rolly Romero, he got a real chance to make some noise this year.
Rolly Romero has a chance to beat Pacquiao and the winner of Barrios Garcia.
Would beating Pacquiao and Brian again, would that be a that's a good strong thing for
Yes.
Okay.
Those are strong victories. You don't think so?
Not many Pacquiao right now, no, I don't. But that's all right. I don't want to listen. I don't want to be a negative guy. I want to be positive. Going into 2026, I want to be positive. I think that I'll be honest with you. I think Rolando Romero versus Pacquiao is very interesting. I really want to see it.
I will say, dark horse for men's fighter of the year.
That's what I wanted to ask you. Give me a dark horse.
He might only have one fight, but it'll be a big one.
Mm-hmm.
Errol Spence Jr.
I thought you were going to say Deontay Wilder.
Me too. I thought he was going to say Deontay Wilder.
He should have said Deontay Wilder.
Man, he said he set you up for it. We all thought you were going to answer it, and you said Errol Spence, Matt.
There was a name that wasn't brought up.
You guys were looking for a left hook upstairs, and instead I hit you with one to the liver.
There's one that should have been brought up. Well, 2 maybe.
Well, we're not done talking. What do you mean?
No, I know, but I'm saying I'm just going off what I'm saying. Boots Ennis. I think Boots Ennis is going to have a big year, man.
No chance.
I think Boots Ennis will have a big year. And I think
one of our winners just joined us, and it might be because you said the name Boots Ennis. I don't know how we got the link because I didn't send it today. But tweet of the year winner, TY. How you doing today?
Hey. What's up, fellas? Just getting off work. What's going on?
Congratulations on your.
Yeah, but who won Space of the Year?
Oh, come on, you know who did that.
Who?
Brunch Boxing Trivia.
Oh, Brunch Boxing Trivia. Oh, so
he's okay with that.
That means the votes is rigged.
I mean, listen.
So look, hold on, listen. Y'all win Space of the Year like Turkey winning Fight of the Year. He's giving it to himself. Turkey Fight of the Year, huh? I got it. He's the face of boxing. Matt the face of boxing. I ain't mad at you.
Maybe in a way we'll be holding up for sure. Maybe in a way we'll be holding up for sure with my face on it next time. Ty.
EzRaw said he was the face of that show. That's why he won. Not even because of Matt, Ty. It's because of EzRaw.
Hey, but Matt funny, right? So Matt, look, y'all win Space of the Year, right? But today's the green card of a ball head, whatever. That ain't win.
Oh, it was nominated. It was nominated though. It was nominated.
Shit.
You did win tweet of the year, TY.
Oh, I respect that.
I don't listen to Cracker. I listen to Brunch Boxing. Honestly, we're gonna put that on a t-shirt.
Yeah, I love it.
Oh, hey, great. Matt, it's crazy, man.
I voted for Shadeja too, just to let you guys know. You know,
I know you. Hey, Mike is crazy.
That's what I voted for. I thought that was a great one. Matt wasn't bald. She called him bald headed. You know, it bothered Matt that they said that. It really did bother Matt.
That was insane how much it bothered Matt. That was crazy how much it bothered Matt. The Boots Ennis.
It wouldn't bother you if you weren't bald and someone was telling you you're bald. Like,
no, it would literally be water off my back. But
That's
like
crazy,
I said, Boots Ennis is a guy that I think is going to have a strong case for fight of the year.
No chance.
All right.
Bro, he's not going to get the fights.
I don't know. I don't know that he isn't.
He's not going to get the fights.
Hey, Ez, I'm going to say one thing, though. When Shakur beat up on Tio January 31st, he gonna be leading the clubhouse.
That's what I said.
Yeah,
I said whoever wins that January 31st fight is gonna have a strong case for a strong year, a strong start.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's a big fight.
Listener of the year, Sam Rose, came in late. Are you able to give a rundown of the award winners before we close out today's show?
Check the Twitter account.
Let me do this.
Yeah, absolutely. So a recap of the winners. Listener of the year was Sam Rose, the Cream Executive Officer. Tweet of the year was Ty. I don't listen to crack, I listen to Brunch Boxing. Best Combat Sports Podcast, Hey Not the Face. Boxing YouTube Channel of the Year, Cigar Talk. Best Twitter Space, Brunch Boxing Trivia Night. Brunch Boxing Guest of the Year, Deontay Wilder. Boxing Writer / Content Creator of the Year, Sean Zattel. Promoter of the Year, Gary Jonas of ProBox. Female Fight of the Year, Shadeja Green versus Savannah Marshall. Female Fighter of the Year, Clarissa Shields. Prospect of the Year, Moses Atama. Worst event of the year was a tie between the Ring Times Square event and Canelo versus Skull. Just a horrible weekend of back-to-back fights. Best event of the year, David Benavidez versus David Morrell. Upset of the year, Terrence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez. Knockout of the year, Frank Martin versus Francis Barthélemy. Fight of the year, Christian and Billy versus Lester Martinez. And Fighter of the year, Terrence Bud Crawford.
Hey, Matt, now you know I never go against my city, but the worst event of the year was that Boots versus Lima event. That was the worst event of the year.
I don't think you remember how bad that weekend was in Times Square.
No, you're right. I get it.
I don't think Ty watched boxing that weekend. I think he was outside.
I definitely was outside that weekend.
Bro, that weekend might go down as one of the worst weekends in the history of boxing.
Absolutely.
And that includes ring deaths. One of the worst weekends in the history of boxing.
One last question from the listeners before everyone says their goodbyes. Any undefeated fighters you guys think are going to lose their O in 2026?
What a great question. Teofimo Lopez not undefeated.
You didn't get the joke.
Damn it, Ty.
You didn't get the joke. The ESPN joke. You didn't get the joke, man.
Oh, got you.
I would say.
Oh, I got one.
Junto Nakatani.
Oh no, I don't have one. Damn it.
Was that who you were going to say?
No. I was thinking someone else, but he has it now.
Who are you thinking? I'm curious.
I was thinking Fundora, but he has it now.
Oh, yeah.
Junto Nakatani loses his L.
That's a good pick.
Mm-hmm.
I think Alexander Usyk loses his L.
Yeah, the boy.
Richard Hitchison loses his O2.
Here's one, Matt. Does Jai Opataya lose his L? Oh.
No.
He's
not going to fight nobody. Who's going to fight?
Is he going to unify with David?
He's going to fight the dinner lady. He's going to... Come on, man. You know who else loses their O this year? Virgil Ortiz.
Matter of fact, Matt, I'm about to copy your style, Matt. I'm about to go on the limb. No gonna lose their O this year, Matt. I got a big name for you. David Benavidez. Let's go, Zerto. Zerto gonna beat that nigga.
Oh, wow.
Let's go, Zerto.
Wow.
Zerto.
That's a tougher fight that people want to acknowledge. That is a tougher fight.
That is not a tough fight, dude.
Bro, I'm just telling you guys right now. Watch that fight.
You don't like Zerto, Mike?
We're gonna see this from Zerto, just a bunch of pity pat.
You don't like Zerto, Mike?
Hey, that's what we saw from Joe Calzaghe. It won him a lot of fights.
It's amateur boxing, Todd.
No.
I'm not a fan of amateur boxing. I'm not a fan of amateur boxing.
Another thing I wanted to do, we could do this on like another show though. It's just like basically our wishes for 2026. What are things that boxing can do to improve on? Not fights, things that they can improve on schedule wise, things they can improve on the way it runs, the things that can, all those things like that. What do we want for 2026?
Make that a YouTube short as.
Yeah, I think so.
All I want for 2026 is my 2 front teeth.
All right. Ez, you got anything for the people this week?
No. But like I said, we'll do something. We'll bring some stuff content, but nothing planned now.
All right, Matt. Send them home.
Yeah, man. First of all, thank you to all the listeners for supporting us throughout the entire year. We definitely appreciate it. Appreciate you guys a lot. Hey, Brick Squad, you're one more week. You're one more week from joining the block party, Brick Squad. Say that right now. One more week from joining the block party. Just let you know. Salute to Sam Rose of Rosebud Ice Cream, our listener of the year, man. Thank you for your support, man. We 100% appreciate it. It does not go unnoticed, and we got some stuff on the way for you, my brother. So I'm gonna get your contact info. We got some brunch boxing gear on the way for you. So thank you for your support. Thank you to all the promoters, TGB, Samson, Golden Boy, Matchroom, ProBox, OTX, MVP, everyone who has supported the brunch boxing platform this year. We definitely enjoyed covering your fights, both in person, all the in-person interviews you guys helped set up. Salute to all the PR managers, my girl Emily of Emily Boxing, who is PR extraordinaire, one of the very best in the business. Bella of Mad Woman PR, who set up a lot of interviews for us this year. Noe Cloutier of Eye the Tiger. Tony Palmieri of OTX. All the PR managers who, I know a lot of times what you do goes unnoticed, but we notice it, and I gotta thank you for helping us. Like I said, the people who support the show, like Ty, who is a frequent guest, JR of the Boxing Source, the Boxing Academic, my guy Mike Grady, salute to him, J-Ro, Cliff, Lord, everyone who supports Brunch Boxing. We definitely appreciate it.
Nominated NICA.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And listen, to you guys, man, like I said, we're a little mom and pop shop. We don't have any consistent sponsors. We are the little engine that could make a headway in the industry.
No Bluetooth sponsorship? Come on.
I think 2026. Hey, Ezra needed that.
That'd be crazy. Hey, that'd be crazy if that's what this gum gets replaced by.
No, but everybody got Bluetooth. Like, it's like everybody got Bluetooth. Like every YouTube page.
Hey man, listen.
Maybe that's my algorithm, Mike.
2026, we coming for everything.
In 2026, I want a gum sponsorship and I want a coffee sponsorship. I don't care from who. I'll drink some crap coffee as long as it's a sponsorship. I don't care. And by sponsorship, I don't even mean money. I got to be honest. Just
2026, I want a Rosebud ice cream sponsorship in 2026.
I would love that. I would love that.
Fantastic.
I would love that. I would love that. Another thing,
the logo right there, right above Ezra's head.
Yes, it would be fantastic. This year, I just want to say, listen, never in my life, like you guys know me, I've been very, very honest about this. I don't travel anywhere. I don't leave the great state of California. I try not to leave the county of Los Angeles. I got to be honest with you. That's how much I try not to leave. but I did go to San Antonio, and that wouldn't have been an option for me. It wouldn't have been something I ever thought about if this weren't for this show. If it weren't for this show and the effort that we put into here and the commitment that we have to here, I wouldn't have done that. I would have never done that. And I would have never got to meet Trill. I would never got to meet Remy. I would never got to meet J-Ro. And that is something like that. That is that shows that this is a huge part of my life that I do that, because I would have never done that before. I would have never committed to doing that, but I had a great time. I hope to be boots on the ground for some more fights in 2026. And that's me saying this while hating traveling, while hating all those things. It was a blast to be a part of. Me, like Matt says, and like Huey and Mike, we're all just doing this from a room in our house. We're not getting paid to do this. This is all pure the passion we have for the sport. This is all just because we love talking boxing. This is all because we want boxing to be bigger. This is all because we want the best for the sport itself, and we really enjoy it. Thank you guys for any listen we have. I don't care what the number is or whatever, any comment we get, anyone that follows our stuff. And if we add anything to your day, or if we make your day go by easier, I am truly grateful for that. I appreciate that, but I appreciate you guys, because we do put a lot to the show, but we really enjoy doing it. I enjoy doing this more.
I take y'all, no bias shit, as I take y'all for the Ring Magazine for.
I appreciate it, Ty. I appreciate it, Ty. And we're gonna keep.
Don't forget, part of the Ring Magazine for Shady McCoy played for the Eagles, and Ty's an Eagles fan.
Bro, we don't like him. Let's serve another day. We like Brian Westbrook.
Oh man, and salute to Mike, man. I got Mike. It's good to have you back, man.
Good to have you back, Mike.
It's good to have you back, Mike. And
I thought we lost him when we moved to YouTube.
Yeah, man.
You guys almost lost me because they fucking moved boxing to Saudi Arabia. Like, I can't go to events.
I've met Mike 3 times in person too. Me and Mike have seen each other 3 times in person. 3 times. That's because he goes to Disneyland every weekend. But that's been 3 times in person.
Yeah. I think StreamYard is telling me it's time to end the show. This has been another edition of Brunch Boxing. Congratulations to all the Bellini Award winners, and congratulations to all the Bellini Award nominees. We will be back with a regular edition of Brunch Boxing. I'm not going to say when, because like Biggie Smalls, we drop unexpectedly like bird shit. All right, guys. But we will be back. All right. Thank you all listeners. Make sure you support the platform, brunchboxing.com. Go subscribe to all the YouTubes, Twitter, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. And you guys can always hit the Cash App. Y'all know the Cash App. Hit the Cash App. Shout out to all you guys for all your continued support. This has been another edition of Brunch Boxing. He is our super producer, Huey P. He is our host, EzRaw Boxing. He is our COO, the Mexican Al Heyman Mike. I am Matt. We are Brunch Boxing, and we are out.